Smart Mouthies, and welcome to our new topic in the month of May. It is friendship. Today we have two special guests. This is Ceddy, the cutest little dog alive. And this is my friend Sarina.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
So today's topic is finding friends at work. That is possible.
That's very possible.
And I prepared some questions. Once again, this weird little thing where I said I will never write anything down again, ever. I write down stuff. Okay. I will start because everyone wants to know, how did we meet?
How did we meet?
How did we meet? I remember seeing you from behind.
Oh yeah.
Because I was already working at the company and you came, I think, to sign your contract.
Something like that, I guess, yes.
And I saw you from behind and I thought like,
I think
she looks interesting.
Yes, it was the day I came to sign the contract, yes, because all the other days I came in, you know, nice clothes, like job interview clothes, and that day the company called me and said, oh, can you come and sign your contract? And I was like, yeah, I'm in the field with my dogs, I'll just pop around. And I was like, full on dog clothes.
And you had a hat on.
I had a beanie. I had a beanie on. I was like, oh, fantastic first impression to go and sign your contract. But well, I did get the job, so I did do something right.
I mean, it was just signing the contract. You already had the job, so yeah. But this is the first time I saw her just from behind, and I thought, oh, she's amazing.
Because I showed up to work a total trash.
But we also, I mean, we had. We, meaning another colleague and I, we had the office with the windows to the parking lot. And we saw you come in with your car and you had the agility dog.
The dog thing. The sticker on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, she likes dogs!
she's a dog maniac.
And I think Anna was the one who recognized the Sheltie. You had a Sheltie sticker.
Yeah. I think that's actually the first time I was very impressed by somebody like Anna saying, that's a Sheltie. And I was like, nobody knows Shelties. And I was like,
we are all very impressive people.
Yeah.
Well, for me, this was, well, I didn't meet you that day, but I saw you and I recognized something about you. I mean, even if it was from behind, but there was something.
Yeah.
We talked about energy before, so maybe it was some sort of
I think
vibing.
So. It must be. It must be.
Yeah.
Well, my impression, or when I really got to know you, or what I call the accounting office, was when you came downstairs, because my workplace was downstairs at the entrance, and next to the coffee machine, and you came downstairs with Anna because one of the guys told you to go. You, as a leading position in the company, to go and get coffee for clients. And you came downstairs, and I had my Oatly sat next to the coffee machine. He's like, oh, who's got Oatly with them? And I was like, oh, that's me, but I'm not vegan at all. This is not fancy schmancy. And he's like, oh, I like people that are vegan. And it's like, I only got to know you were vegan like 3 months later or something like that. But I was very embarrassed looking back that I made a total fuss out of that Oatly milk, saying, I'm not vegan at all, I just drink oat milk. And I'm like, I thought, if people now know I'm a bit conscious with my diet or so, they might not like me.
You know, what is interesting, I completely forgot that situation. I mean, I have blocked out me being asked to go make coffee for clients as a team lead, okay? I had a whole department under me. Okay, well, 3 people, whatever. But
yeah, it was a whole department, though.
Yeah, it was a whole department.
I'm a whole department. Well, my whole department is 2 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's still a whole department. Yeah. But still, you don't ask your team lead accounting to make coffee for clients. I mean, come on. But I blocked that out because I had in mind that we came down to ask you about your dogs.
No. That, well, I might have forgotten. But you know how I am. But that was actually my first proper knowledge of getting into a conversation with you, and then not being scared to come upstairs into your office, not being scared of other women coming upstairs and having a chat or saying hello. That was like the icebreaker downstairs.
Yeah.
I think I think that's how I would remember it. If you remember it differently, I'm sorry that I forgot.
I'm completely in my mind now because you are absolutely right. And I just blocked that out. And I had in mind, we came downstairs to talk about your dogs. But what would drive that?
No,
I don't get up from my office chair to go downstairs and ask the new colleague about the dogs. That makes no sense. So there had to be some sort of previous conversation. So
and I think I do think that Anna said something like maybe something towards the dog sticker or something, but I'm pretty sure that was upstairs in your office.
Probably.
It must be.
Probably. I remember you sending us pictures of your 4 dogs. And then you meant to send it to Anna and you send it to Eva.
Yeah, that was it. I think that,
but Eva was pretty happy too because she also has a dog.
Yes,
you saw the dog already.
I remember. I confused them all the time in the beginning. Yeah. Oh, God, I would never thought of that. Exactly. Yeah. I kept saying Anna to Eva and the other way around. Yeah. So that's my first impression of properly meeting you in the company or having a knowledge that you're in the company.
Yeah. I mean, we were pretty excited for you to get started because we all bonded over dogs or our love for dogs. So when you came along with the sticker, we already knew she's one of us. So you didn't know it back then, but you were already included.
Lucky me.
Oh, I'm sorry you missed that we have a little cutie dog lying here between us.
Oh, he's so happy. I have 4 dogs. And I feel a bit bad that he's the only one that joined us today, but he's Nora's favourite, so he had to come obviously. And he's so happy because actually he's the one that always stays home because he's not that, well, let's say he's not that social compatible, just like me.
That's why I like you both so much.
And he's like, no, don't tell lies.
Not me. Okay, so this is when we met or when we had an impression about each other, because we have the next question. When did you realize we were more than just colleagues?
Do I answer this one first?
Whatever you like, because I don't want to spoil your answer, because to me it was a very important moment. Okay,
well, I think probably one of the... It might also be those connections. I think they're everywhere. You know, it's maybe a small chat here or a small smile in the company hall or something like that. But when I knew that's the basis for a great friendship is when we had that deep talk down in my office, which wasn't a proper office. It was how do you call it? It was just a reception.
You were the Pam Beasley of our company.
Exactly, I was. Yes. So you came downstairs, and we had this really, really, really deep talk about your illness and how probably I'm affected by it too. And I think it was just so easy to talk to you. I wasn't ashamed of telling you things without really knowing you for like 10 years or something like that.
But it felt already like we knew each other.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, that it felt as if we've known each other for years and years. Otherwise, those conversations wouldn't have been able to take place. But the funny thing about that conversation is that we were like trying to be really quiet because it's such a prominent place in the company. And to that time, it was still COVID, and we still had those vent machines. And it was we didn't notice we were actually talking really, really loud over this fan under my desk. And I turned it off, and all of a sudden there was this total silence, and we're like, oh my god, the whole company knows now about us and our illness, or you know what we talked about.
But no one ever said anything.
No, I don't think
they either didn't hear or they didn't care.
Something like that. But that was actually something. It was bonding, and it was really funny at the same time. So I think that's very important for me, for friendship. You know, to have a great level of understanding, but also a big sense of humor to go with it. And
yeah. To me, it was almost the same situation, but I go a little more days ahead of that. I had come down to you, I think, to clarify something. There might have been an invitation or something on the calendar, and I had to inform you that I'm not there because I'm in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
So this is why I came downstairs, and you had to ask, or you didn't have to, you asked, why are you going to the hospital? And then this is how the conversation went. And I don't know why at that point we exchanged phone numbers, but we did.
Yeah, we did.
Because when I woke up from my surgery,
I know why.
You had reached out.
Yes, and I know why we exchanged phone numbers, because you wanted to send me the contact of
my gynecologist.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
See, this video ties in perfectly to the month of April and wellness, because this is how we bonded.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to me, this was, I was still under like the anesthesia cloud, and I remember that my neighbor in the hospital room, she had to get up and get my phone. Because I couldn't move.
That's sweet.
And I wanted to reach out to people saying, hey, I'm alive, I survived. And I had a message from you checking in, and this is where it really...
And we have to note that when it comes to people, I'm the most unmindful person this planet has ever known. Yeah,
this is what she says.
I really am. I really am. I never remember things. You know, people tell me, oh, I've got a test then, I'm going to a job interview then, I've got an appointment then. And I really appreciate friends checking in and saying, how was it? Did it go well? And I'm like 3 weeks later, oh, wasn't there something wasn't there like an appointment or something? And you're like, no, but that's me. But it was very important for me because, I don't know, it's just that very special bond we had straight away.
But I also agree that it was super easy to talk to each other. It was really like we've known each other for years and years and years. There was no strangeness, or we had no awkwardness to overcome.
No.
It was just us being us.
Yeah.
And this is also what I appreciate. There was complete acceptance. You didn't think, oh, she's weird, because I'm weird. If you haven't noticed.
Well, I'm totally weird too.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe this is why we don't notice.
Because the level of weirdness is so high.
Yeah.
We're just in this same atmosphere the whole time. So,
absolutely. So, but then I think we had to become friends because none of us put into words.
No, we were actually very shy towards each other in the beginning, weren't we? Because I do tend. I don't socially. How do you say? Engage a lot. So, and it was COVID, so I hadn't been engaging.
Okay, no one engages in anything.
Anyway, so I do have a very hard time, building new friendships.
Yeah.
And I have 2 friends. I always say I only have one, and that's Nora. But no, I have more
there are
friends.
people in our
you know
lives,
what I mean. So
absolutely.
I think that was a funny thing, that we were so shy towards each other.
Because this is a question I have, like, how did we become friends? We have to go into how we are, because I had a major crush on you when you started. Crush meaning also you're beautiful.
A woman crush.
A woman complete crush.
Yes.
I was
exactly.
I wanted so bad for you to be my friend that I didn't want to blow it. And I didn't know how to reach out and make obvious that I want you to be in my life forever now and never leave again.
So the funny thing is, it was exactly the same for me.
But no one said anything.
And nobody said anything. And we were like 2 kids properly with a proper crush on each other, like, who's going to make the first move? I don't know.
And no one did.
No one did. No,
we
exactly.
needed a third person.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to imagine, we are both in our late 30s.
We needed a matchmaker.
And we needed a matchmaker. We were unable to become friends.
Did you just say you're in your late 30s?
At that time, I was in my late 30s.
No,
it was 2020.
I'm just joking.
I'm allowed
to joke.
Because the truth will get to you soon.
Yeah. My time is ticking.
So we had our colleague Anna, we mentioned before, and I don't know what it was. I was chatting with her about something and about friends, because she says she doesn't have any friends. We don't have any friends. No one has any friends. And I told her, you know who I want to be my friend? Sarina. And she actually made it happen.
Yeah. I can't remember how though. Well, did she just...
She must have reached out to you somehow, I think, because there was some sort of reassurance that she came back to me.
I don't know.
But what's so weird?
Up to that point, I was a regular guest in your office. Mm-hmm. So it must have happened. I can't remember. That's how nervous I was.
Mm-hmm. Me too, because I don't remember after that point saying I want her as my friend. I know that Anna went ahead and did something, and it didn't go according to her plan, because she had planned to involve you in my birthday present.
Which I was.
You were.
Which I was.
Yes, absolutely, but she had a plan there.
Okay.
I think at that time I didn't quite get it. Sorry, Anna.
I obviously didn't get it because I don't know.
But she had a plan, and she was very sad that it didn't went accordingly. But to me, it was successful, because and I don't know why, but we texted through Instagram.
Yes.
I don't know why, because we had already exchanged.
I think it was something like that. Let's all
sharing a story,
add
maybe?
each other on Instagram or something like that. It must have been something like that.
I don't know, but from there on we were still very shy and texting. Yeah. It was really like texting. You're 13 and texting your crush.
Yeah, it really was. It really was, because I don't want to. Because I know what the next question is. I don't want to go too much into detail, but I felt really stupid towards you in the beginning. Not stupid, but like I didn't have that much knowledge about things that you have that I really like about you, you know?
Yeah, okay.
You know, not stupid. How do you say? The Weitsicht. What's Weitsicht?
Well, my phone where I usually look up words is there, but we can put the translation here.
Yeah. Here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay,
sorry,
which I actually should know the words, because I'm a
if
native speaker.
If you haven't noticed.
But you might have noticed a very strong English accent.
Which they might like.
I don't know. Americans do tend to like a
strong
strong
I think
American
they like
accent,
British accents,
yeah. But yeah, because I don't speak it on a very regular basis, I do tend to forget some words. So I don't know what I'm trying to say.
We noticed earlier that we never talked to each other in English.
No, this was really weird.
It took a moment to get into it.
And I think you can hear for the first 5 seconds I had my German accent over my English, which I tend to do at work, because if I start talking like this to people, they were like, "What?"
No way. So you're dumbing your English down.
Yeah, it sounds really stupid. My English at work sounds really stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a native speaker. And then I'm in a call with Italy or so, and they're like, no, she's not. She's not a native speaker. She can't speak English at all.
But you have to... Okay, here we insert some knowledge. So there's English, but there's also something that is called Globish.
Okay.
So that is English as a foreign language, but spoken in a group of people who are non-native speaker.
Okay.
So you cannot expect them to have the native speaker knowledge. So they speak a very basic English, which is called Globish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I think this is very
I think that's what I do at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I actually pretend to be... I pretend I really can't speak English, because I'm like, what's the word? I think it makes other people feel better if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I hate people so much, I always have to make them feel better.
Yes, we are people pleasers.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I think I turned the camera.
Oh. And we're still in the frame.
Oh, are we?
Can you imagine that we only have you in the frame?
Yeah, just imagine. No, none of us. Just Ceddy.
And maybe then we show a beautiful picture of woods or something, and then we have us in the background.
Yeah, great.
As long as we have we do a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
As long as we have the audio.
I think we should do that.
People have told me that I should talk.
I
think you mentioned that.
I think I said that because I love your voice messages. it took like 1,000 years for you to get into voice messages, and now I actually feel, you know, my voice messages are like podcasts, and especially when it comes to the length sometimes.
Well, I can do that too, so.
But I love receiving a voice message from you. I just love it.
I mean, I love everything I receive from you. Okay. I think we were still there where we're trying. I need to get back into the topic. When
Otherwise,
we tried
it's 3 hours later. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this 3 hours later. Okay. You don't even have to insert that now because I'm just saying it. Okay. So we were very shy.
Yeah.
And still like tiptoeing around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. On Instagram, in direct message, and I think there was one point that I said, I think I just would have loved to have said that and that, and you're like, I was going to say the same thing. Like, can we just be straight out forward with each other and stop like beating around the bush with everything we're trying to say to each other, because we like each other, we love each other, so there's no need for faking anything here. And
I think we really settled all that when I was at your home the first time, and I found my happy place.
Yes. Oh, we should insert a picture.
Yeah. Yeah. We have tons of pictures there. Yeah. Because this was the first time I met your dogs.
Well, you saw me posting a picture of that happy place on Instagram, and you said, I wanna lie there.
And it was exactly like I imagined.
Yeah.
Even better.
And I said, well, you're happily invited to come lie there with my dogs.
And I think this is still. I mean, we've sat there quite some time, even when it was colder. But I just sit there and I have a dog on my legs.
That is my happy place too, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I sit there every day.
I would too. I can move in. I mean, I have no trouble.
Well, you can. There's a spare room for you.
Oh, I would sleep with all the dogs downstairs. They have their own room. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's part of.
It's a part.
Yeah. Part of your living room is just for your dogs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. With a lot of beds, and people tend to say I have more dog beds in my home
than dogs.
Yeah, well, also places to sleep for people. So yeah.
Well, I get that. I mean, dogs are just amazing. Yeah. I think on one of
dogs
the videos,
are better people.
Yeah. On one of the wellness videos, I posted a comment like saying dogs are nature's antidepressants, and I stand by that.
Yeah. That's exactly the same. Every day I come home, I'm like, I'm gonna. No, I can't say that now. But I'm very, very misanthropic again. Is that the right pronunciation of that word?
I think so.
And then I look at one of my dogs and I'm like, peace, love and happiness.
So you're either misanthropic or philanthropic, but what is it if you are that towards dogs? Is there a word for that? Because what we just said it applies to people.
I'm not intelligent enough for those words.
I don't know any words. I mean, I'm speaking a language I apparently don't know.
Which you speak very well.
Yeah, but I don't get rid of the German accent. I know that there's sometimes the American accent like comes in because I talk to Americans and not British people. But then again, the German gets the better. The German gets the better of me. And I think as long as I pronounce the TH correctly, I think I'm fine. And we're not talking about Herman's the German.
Yes, I think so too.
Worse.
Oh, well, I think my accent is actually much worse when I do my German accent over my English than yours. So you're fine.
Yeah, we talked about that, my husband and I, and we thought maybe that my accent isn't like you would say, oh, this is a German accent, but maybe Northern European. So you couldn't tell if it's maybe Denmark or
or Dutch,
or Dutch.
Oh,
it could be anything.
Exactly. I think,
so it's not very
right
German, but it's, let's say, Northern European.
I think actually, I like that. I like the idea.
So, can you tell where I'm from?
Goedemiddag.
Jij älskar die.
Jij ook. I don't know. I think that was I love you.
Yeah,
and I said
in Danish.
Yeah, and I said I love you too.
Yeah, probably
in Dutch.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that was Dutch. Okay,
yeah.
It's Danish again.
I don't think jij ook is. Me too.
Well, mean, all the languages like Danish and Dutch and German, they sound very
They sound
similar.
very. There's actually a YouTube channel that covers that.
You
I sent that to you. Old English and how it sounds like lots of European.
Oh, maybe we can link this.
If you're interested. I actually think it's very interesting.
It's super interesting.
See if you can guess what they're saying as a Dutch. Is it German they have with it?
I think there's some Dutch, a German, and something
a Danish,
Swedish,
I don't know,
something.
I think it's very funny video.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. So
we have one last question.
We have
Don't worry.
Look into the camera.
We were taught to
if we mess up,
do one of these. So we have nice cutting spots if we mess up. I think we did pretty well actually, didn't we?
I think I even would
It's
leave
one
it
shot.
in because
It's one shot.
I just hope it recorded. But no.
So do I. I hope we're all in the picture.
I will see.
We will.
It is still the gimbal. Now using the app on my phone, like the camera app, meaning the phone doesn't follow us.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, why isn't it doing that?
Because I refuse to use. Oh, that rhymes. Refuse to use this DJI app
Thing.
because it's mocking me.
Okay.
At this point, it's mocking me. So we have a last question. This is an interesting one. Which qualities do you value most in each other? I go first.
Okay.
Your love for dogs.
Oh yes, which is very big.
This is why we connected in the first place. And also what completely drew me is the way you handle your dogs. I have shared the video you showed me of Fiete, where he barks and you just do this and he stops.
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah.
This to me is super impressive. May I say what you are a dog trainer?
Oh yes, I am.
Dog trainer.
Recently certified.
Congratulations,
Yes,
by the way, we haven't seen each other since
Thank you,
in person.
thank you.
Well deserved, absolutely,
Thank
because
you.
I see how you are with your dogs and that's amazing. And also with other animals. I remember the crow you were trying to save.
I actually tried to save a mouse recently, which was actually still. It still had to be fed. It should have still have been fed milk, which I wasn't able to. So I put it back where I found it, but it was sick for like 2 weeks. I had to keep thinking about mouse, and I'm like, I just hope it. I just hope it.
Maybe it was eaten fast and died quickly.
I hope it found back to his mother. Actually, I don't hope it got
believe
eaten. Let's just keep that fantasy alive, please.
But this is also what I like about you, your very positive outlook, because for me it's you put it back, it will be killed. So.
Yes, of course it was killed. I mean, come on, can we just please keep the fantasy alive for me?
Yes, absolutely.
Because of
it
my
will have,
excessive love for animals.
The mother probably left it there to go shopping for a nice pink dress.
Oh, yes, exactly.
And then, okay. But this is something like the way you treat animals with your chickens, which came to you by coincidence. You didn't go ahead and buy chickens.
No, I found Ernie, which is the rooster's name. I found him in the woods, walking my dogs.
Ernie wasn't walking the dogs.
No,
she was walking the
dogs. I
dogs.
was walking the dogs, and I got in the car, and he did his rooster call, and I said, "Oh my God, that's a rooster. That's not an animal you would find in the woods."
Yeah.
So I went looking for him, and I was just able to pick him up and take him home. And I was
he wanted to.
Yeah, because he wanted to go home with me. So, because I think somebody abandoned him there. And so that's how we got our chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I really, really like about her.
I just take everything home.
Everything home, but it is also the importance you put on taking care of your animals, because I came home with you, I don't know why, but I sat on a bench with Ceddy and you took care of the chickens. And I was just sitting there petting the dog.
And I was like
totally fine. She was like, "Oh, I'm being a bad hostess," and I didn't care. Take care of your animals.
Yeah, but they really had to be taken care of.
I know.
Oh yeah, you went for a walk with the dogs with me.
Probably, yeah. And then we came back and we wanted to hang out at the happy place.
Yeah.
But before that, you had to take care of
Yeah,
the chickens.
I couldn't chill without taking care of the chickens first.
Yeah, and this is what I like so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mind as long as I can pet the dog. I stay everywhere. I don't care.
Yeah.
But this is just one point. The other point is we have really deep talks. You mentioned that in the beginning when we said where we realized we are more than colleagues was a deep talk. And this is something we have done. I mean, we have cried on your terrace together.
We have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is something we can talk about anything without any ridicule.
And it wasn't something affecting us. It was something we were just very empathetic about, and we just started crying about it. Mm-hmm. Oh no, it did have something to do with you.
It was the unicorn in the balloon.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. And we thought about that, and we both started
crying
again.
No, it wasn't exactly. No, it wasn't. We talked about it because for my birthday I had gotten a unicorn in a balloon. But it was about the person who paid attention.
The mindful person.
The mindful person that we are both not.
We're not. We definitely. I'm not. Definitely not.
Maybe I'm a little bit, but not in that. Because this was amazing. That someone listened to me like month ago, remembered that this was my birthday present and gave that to me. This is why we started crying, because she is so mindful.
Exactly.
Once again, Anna, who brought us together.
Yes.
So matchmaking.
Yeah. So actually, then I did answer that question then very early on, didn't I? That is actually something I value about us as well, is that we can have those deep talks, that we can actually talk about things where other people would judge or be judgmental about, and we can talk about these things and have our laughs about them. And yes, as I said, you have this. Well, we did have a talk about it early on, and you said you are trying to find a new way, not a new way, but trying to find a new word of how to describe yourself. You said you're always a feminist, but now you've read some new articles from a very special woman. You're rethinking that word, and all of that. Is it hindsight? I don't know the proper word for it. No, I don't think that's the right word. We will have to delete that one. But you just have this outlook on things that I tend to forget to have, which then seem mindful to me. And I think, I would really like to be like that, and I would like to know these things and be able to, look
into the camera.
Hold someone accountable for their actions, especially men.
This is also where we bonded.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm just, this can't be described by one word. It just can be described. I just love your views on special topics that I didn't think about like that in the beginning. Actually, everybody knows of my love for Taylor Swift, which you hate. I'm the total Swiftie. It's ridiculous how much of a Swiftie I am. And I keep saying to you that her views on those topics are identical to yours. And I just love it. It's refreshing, because I would actually be one of those women that you would say, listen, you're part of the patriarchy, or is that how you pronounce it in English?
Yeah, but what I said is not your part, you're winning the patriarchy.
You're winning, exactly. And I'm like, I actually thought I was a proper feminist. And I was like, what we talked about earlier on?
Yeah.
And all those deep talks with you have really shifted my perspective in that way, and I don't take shit from people that much anymore. So
I think we both I felt very is it refreshant, because I am always a lone wolf in these fights. I'm always alone with my opinion, with my take on sexual harassment, with my take on feminism. I'm always alone. Come this person who is also able to call out misogyny, patriarchy. You see the patterns,
Yes,
the toxic patterns.
yes, exactly.
And we share views.
But I would say I wasn't that sensitive for those things before I met you.
Okay.
I would have looked the other way in certain topics. Well, not looked the other way. That sounds really, really bad. But I would have maybe had a blind eye for some things prior to getting to know you, which I would never ever take. Well, I wouldn't take shit from anybody now when it comes to those topics.
Yeah. I mean, but you strengthened me too, because now I knew I wasn't alone anymore.
We did have a lot of those moments where we're like, oh, it's unbelievable you think the same thing, you know? So,
yeah. I'm especially thinking about a common colleague who manipulated me into helping him, where I said no and no and no over and over again. Yes. And in the end, I was standing next to him at his desk, and I thought, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And I despised him so much for that. I mean, I didn't like him before that, but I despised him that he disrespected my no countless times. And then he, a few weeks later, came again into my office asking my help again. But now I was hyper aware, and I was so dismissive of him. You were ashamed for him because he didn't even realize.
I was very embarrassed
for him. So
we have the office.
Yeah, we have the German word Fremdschämen, which is you feel shame for the person because the person isn't able to do that themselves.
Yeah, I think Americans know. I think that's actually something like or Schadenfreude. That's something that they know too.
Yeah. That was an interesting situation.
But
it was thanks to you that I was able to put more words into what I already felt.
Ditto. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. So here we are. This is us. 2 years later.
Besties.
Is that true? Is it 2 years?
Yes, it is. No.
No,
it's only 1.5.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I started working with the company in February 15th, 2021.
Why do we think our friendship has been going on for so long?
Yeah, that's what we stated very early on because it does feel like that, doesn't it? We are very, very close.
Yeah. Remember the little sentence I sent you? In the next life, I will find you earlier. Yes. Is that earlier? Is that correct?
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah.
No,
it doesn't sound good in English.
Sooner. I'll find you sooner.
It doesn't sound good in English. I don't know.
It does sound sweeter in German, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, which is actually very funny because I tend to say, I think things are proper or nicer pronounced in English, or no, not pronounced.
Phrased.
Mm-hmm. Yes. English is more. I think when it comes to romantic stuff.
Yeah.
And love stuff, which I like, I tend to throw up over. So when it comes to German romantic, I think it sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you talk about cuddling, or you talk about liking somebody, it just sounds more grounded or more
stoic. I use the word stoic
because
in Germans are very stoic.
Yeah, and in German it just sounds so. I'm very embarrassed when I talk to people like that in German. That's why people always say I'm the most unromantic person in the world.
I'm completely unromantic, but I agree. For romance, English has the better phrases, the better words, the better descriptions. Yes, but for thinkers, philosophers.
And that was something we talked about very recently, and I was like, no, she's not right on that one. And then like 2 days later something happened and you sent me like one of those very old German words, and I was like, oh my god, of course she's right again.
Yeah.
You know?
So I just say, yeah.
Totally right. How could I not see that? So yeah, those are the things that What were we actually talking about right now? We've lost
track of something.
We've lost the
but
way
it was
to...
what we gained from each other, because I gained strength through you. My God, at least I pronounced the PH correct. So I think this is a give and take, because we both benefit so much from this friendship.
That's it. Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
I know. There was that one interaction in the hallway of the company. I think that sealed even more. You remember?
Which one where we were laughing? I lost my chewing gum?
That one.
Oh God. I don't think I have ever laughed this hard at work.
I couldn't stop. That was the best. One of the best days. And the only thing that really got me through you leaving the company was actually the fact that we were best friends to that point already, and I knew if I want to see you, I'll just come and visit you.
Yeah. I mean, we live close by, you could say that. It's
it's a 20-minute car drive.
20 minutes, which is totally fine. It's just mostly straight ahead.
It's just straight ahead on the motorway, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but I think that's pretty awesome, because leaving that company was difficult. Because the people, we have mentioned Anna, we have mentioned Eva, because Eva already has left before me, so I don't know if she counts, but still, we had a pretty solid group of people. Yeah. And I think this was the most difficult part, because I've never felt this comfortable with people, but we all four agreed, we needed this job, because in real life, we would have never met.
No, we would have never met.
None of us. There would never be any incidents or we have no Schnittstelle.
I do know the word for that, but I can't come up with it right now.
we put it somewhere again.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we would have never met. So this is where we come in and say this is why we had to work there, because I think Eva and I were pretty unhappy with the way things were going in the company.
Well, you're not the only ones being totally unhappy in that company.
But we left, so
I don't know. I think that's why I'm like an alien. I really love working there. That's really every time I say that to colleagues, like I really love working here. They're like, she's mad.
Yeah, but you're in a different department. You see different things. You know, we were on the source of all the evil.
You're on the dark side of the company.
We were with the Sith Lords.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it was fate for us to meet.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we all joined very quickly after one another. Yeah. Because it was first me, then Anna, then Eva, then you.
Yeah.
And I think that was just fate.
And now it's only me and Anna left.
Hi, Eva.
Yeah.
If you're still watching, I mean, this is already a pretty long video.
I think not all of it will be shown. All of it. Do you think so? Yeah, I love it.
We will have some takeouts in the beginning where we try to get the dog in the picture.
Oh yeah, we do.
Who's sleeping now after zappering.
Oh my God.
What is zappering? Saliva?
He drooled. He drooled.
Saliva ink. I will stop the video now. Okay, take care. Bye.
He's like... Okay, 1, 2, 3, bye!
Bye!
So, ja.
Okay.
Jetzt muss ich ja auch noch... Oh, Ceddy, komm hier. Komm hier, Spatz. Glück gehabt.
Komm her.
Ganz untollpatschiges Hündchen. Komm hier, Spatz. Ceddy, ab. Dreh dich mal um.
Guck mal da. Funktioniert.